Welcome back to my little corner where we talk about books and life and anything in between. Today I thought it would be fun to do a little tier ranking of all of my 2025 reads. There's over 125 of them, and I fear a couple of them may be some controversial takes. So I've got my tiers here. We've got A Real Fucking Legacy. That's stunning. These are books that I fear will never leave my brain. They will live on in me forever. I've got No Notes, spectacular. Give me 15 more of them. I ate it up, but were they the highest tier? Not quite. There was something keeping them from being top. And then we've got the ones that were just mid. And then there's those that I forgot they existed. I literally do not know what they're about. I do have my digital reading journal with me, so I can go back and look at what I initially said for the ones that I forget about, but I don't know if I'll do that. And then the last category is Give Me Back My Girlhood. These are the ones that they just gave me the ick so hard. I really did not like it. Probably should have DNF'd. But I have a tough time DNFing, so here we go. First up, we've got Unlikely Story. I remember really liking this. Wait. How does this work? Uh-oh. I fear I do not know how this works. There we go. Took me a second. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez. This was a short story novella length, and it was okay. I'm gonna put that in mid. The Good Lie. I actually really liked this. I did not see the twist at the end coming. So, Desire or Defense? I fear I do not remember a single thing about that book. Always You and Me? I think something about the characters in that one. I did not vibe with the characters. There was some. I'm actually curious to see what I rated that, so 1 moment. It's gonna go back. It's gonna go down and Give Me Back My Girlhood for now, but I want to know what I rated it. So I just used the free version of GoodNotes, and that's what my reading journal looks like. Okay, I rated that one. I rated Always You and Me 2 stars. The epilogue was what ruined it for me. Okay, it was one of those that did not need an epilogue. The characters were old. One of them was literally on their deathbed in the hospital, and I hated it. I thought that was a pointless ending. Fun fact, in Desire or Defense, I literally wrote in my reading journal, I actually remember nothing about this book. So, even now, months later, I still don't remember anything about it. That's fun. Okay. What do we have next? Reluctantly Yours? I don't remember that one either. So that's gonna go in I forgot. If I can do this correctly. Come on, go. There we go. Trouble in Paradise. You know? I don't remember what that was. I don't remember what that's about. I don't remember the characters. Daydreamer gave me the ick. I'm sorry to say, I did not like the characters. I didn't really like the plot. It was just not my cup of tea. So, Bridesmaid for Hire. I thought that was a fun time, but it's gonna go in mid. A lot of Megan Quinn's kind of falls mid for me. I know there's one specifically, I forget what it's called, but I DNF'd. I think it's in this list. But there's one that I DNF'd a couple of times before I came back and finished it, and then, but her humor is a little hit or miss for me. Raising the Bar, this was my first 5-star of 2025, I remember, and that is gonna live with me forever, the way these characters just fit together. I loved, there was something about that was just very endearing to me, where where the guy Gus is his name. He just kind of met her where she was. He didn't try to change her. He loved her in the way that she understood love, and I loved it. I ate it up. Just Don't Fall. I fear I do not remember that one. Fix Her Up. Is that by Tessa Bailey? I don't think Tessa Bailey is for me, honestly. So sorry, she's going in the bottoms. And same with Same Time Next Year. I do not think she's for me. Okay, Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. This was part of a novella collection with Prime, and I think all of them just kind of fall in the mid-range to me. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Most of them, it's too short to really get to know and connect with the characters. Through the Ice. Oh, there is hockey in it, but it's not like a main component of the story. But they are both in nursing school, and I liked it. I ate it up. The Mr. Right Checklist. That one's mid. I think there was something about the girl's southern accent in it that just kind of threw me off. Being from the South, it's a little weird watching people try to write a southern accent. Soul of the Witch, not my cup of tea. Ooh, Magical Midlife Madness. This is part of, I think it's called the Leveling Up series. Every single book in this, I ate up. The characters are the funniest. Like, they are so funny. They're all middle-aged, but it's the dynamic between all of the characters. It's not just about the main couple. It's got a whole cast of characters, and they're funny. There is an older vampire who runs funny, and everyone always forget that he's in the room, so he sneaks up on people and scares them, and it's wonderful. He also is obsessed with the garden, and anytime he does something wrong, he asks to be retired, which is when he killed the vampire. So I love this series. They're all going in, I'm pretty sure I rated them all 4 stars, but the way that I can't stop thinking about the characters even now, and I'm ready to eat up the next book, I think they're gonna have to go into the legacy when I get to them. Let me just boop. All of those, I've read so many of them, and a lot of them back to back, and that did not hinder my ratings for them. I'll get to the rest of them in a minute. Butter, Sugar, Magic. I do not remember what this was about. I don't think I liked it very much. Hook, Line, and Single. It was cute, but it's gonna go into mid. How to Outwit a Wizard. I liked it. I liked that one. Sprinkles and Sea Serpents. I remember reading all of it because it was on Kindle Unlimited and I had a free trial. Oh yeah, the series is about this girl who can talk to animals in her head, and the town really ostracizes her for it, and she kind of meets a bounty hunter, and they're on opposite sides because she's trying to save the magical creature that he's got a bounty on. And they come together, and it was a cute series. I'm gonna put that in. Yeah, overall I think it was mid, so I'm gonna put that in mid. Grimoires and Gingerbread is another one part of that. Jinxed. I ate this series up. It's about tattoos and the special ink and rune magic. It's really good. Same with its sequels, Linked and Synced. And there's a prequel somewhere in here. Silverblood, I missed it. That's the prequel. I didn't care for the prequel as much. So, sorry, prequel's gonna go into mid. This is not a holiday romance. Normally I like Camilla Eiley, but this one was just a little mid to me. Oh, here's the rest of that other series. Sugar Cookie and Sirens, Fake Wedding Project. I do not remember a thing about this, but Pippa Grant is usually one of my not really a guilty pleasure read because I don't really have those, but one of those where, you know, you're gonna eat it up, but will you necessarily, like, you're gonna read it, you'll have a fun time, but will you remember it or the characters? I don't. Hexes and Honey Buns, that's another one, part of that one series. About the, yeah, same with Leprechaun. Ooh, the Clairvoyance. This one went back in time. I did not like that one as much as the rest of the series. It kind of did give me the ick. Frosting and Fairies. It brought it back up to mid. This is another magical midlife book. That's going to go up there. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I loved it. I love basically anything that I read from V.E. Schwab. I wish she kind of fell for the villain a little more. I was rooting for the villain, quote unquote, the whole time, but I love the story about a girl who just wants to be remembered. And Magical Midlife Alliance, more of the magical leveling up series. Those are just gonna get in the top tier for me. Iron Flame, I ate that up, but is it top? There was a little bit of the miscommunication between Violet and Xaden that kind of brought it down a little peg for me. The Love Rematched, that one was just mid. I fear most of the books are going to be in mid. Wish You Weren't Here, I do not remember what that's about. Fangs for Nothing, I read it, it was okay, but ultimately it read more juvenile than it was meant to, in my opinion, so I didn't like it. Vacation Wars, that was the Megan Quinn that I DNF'd a couple of times before I finished, and then when I finally picked it back up, I laughed. So I'm just gonna say mid, because it took me a couple tries to do it. Sidden and Chocolate, this is from the same author that does the magical midlife leveling up series. Unfortunately, I didn't really connect with this series as much, so that one is gonna go into mid. Like, I liked it, there's nothing really wrong with it. The Last Flight, I thought that was pretty good. So that's gonna go into no notes. Love Accidentally, that one's mid. Too Hot to Handle. There's something about a book where there's a group of characters and they all just kind of neatly pair off in the end that I could not look past, but that one's just gonna go into mid for me. Chemistry Test, I really liked this one. The female main character is in a wheelchair, so I'm not personally in one, but I liked the representation that was in. I thought it was done well. Frida McFadden is another one that's just not me. That Death Row is going to go into Give Me Back My Girlhood. The Ex-Wives Club, I remember writing in my reading journal that I support women's rights and wrongs, but it was a little too short to really vibe with the characters. Other than that, Susan, You're the Chosen One, that's a mid. I don't really love insta-lust type of things. The Wild Scottish Knight, not my vibe. That one kind of gave me the ick. Summer Ever After, I hated both the present and the past timelines in this, and I hated the characters. Did not like that one. You'll Find It All Still Here, this was cute. It felt like a YA though, when it's not marketed as one. I think it's their first adult, and it read YA for me, so that's gonna go in the mid. A Very Bad Thing, normally I like reading about writers, but there was just something about the chapters that had the unfinished manuscript in them that it was cringy to me, so that's gonna go back. And I hated the ending. I hated the epilogue, so that's gonna go down there. Role playing, I thought that was cute. It's gonna go in spectacular. Recipe for Second Chances, mid. I don't think I like second chance romance. The Inheritance Games, yes, it's YA, but I ate it up in one sitting. That's gonna go in spectacular. Let's Pretend This Will Work. I did not like the characters. The Real Deal, this one was building and building and building, and I feel like it was very anticlimactic by the end. So it's gonna go in mid. A Harvest of Hearts, I liked it. Upon further inspection, the writing was a little off. There was literally, I don't think there was a single contraction in the writing, so it felt a bit stiff, but I still enjoyed it. Cinder Luna, didn't really gave me the ick. Love Off Script, that's kind of mid. Allie Hazelwood, Hot for Slayer, I would literally read an entire, like, a full length about that one. That one should have been a full length, I think, but the rest of that little collection, I think were just mid. I didn't really like the rest of that collection as much, but they were really short. I think the downfall was they were too short for me to really vibe with any of the characters. Eat, Pray, Hex, I have no idea what that's about. That's going in that. False Pretenses, this is one that I got from my friend Sue, and I remember being annoyed that within paragraphs of the same chapter we kept perspective shifting, and it was a little, I felt that was a little unnecessary, so that's going down into mid. Butcher and Blackbird, I ate up the humor in that. It's a dark romance, so if you're not a fan of those, don't go there, but I ate up the humor. It's about two serial unalivers that meet up and have a game every August, I think, and they fall in love, and I thought it was fun. The Heist by Janet Ivanovich, that one was pretty fun. You gotta keep in mind that it was written for a different time, so some of it was like, okay, but I did like it. Claiming Victory, I remember there's too much emphasis on the main character's weight, and I did not like that. Arc, it's part of a short collection that I literally didn't even finish the collection. I think I've only read 2 of those, and I don't remember what this one was about. And Emergency Skin, I don't remember that one either, so they're both going in I Forgot About You. How to End a Love Story, I thought was really cute. Spectacular, Love and Other Words, Christina Lauren, most of theirs I will eat up. I liked it. ACOTAR, don't hate me, but I think it's just mid. And there was too much love bombing in Tamlin, and I did not like the characters. Red Rising, this one, I've tried to read this book for years. I literally have a physical copy, an ebook copy, and I got the audiobook from Libby. Yeah, I tried just reading the physical book a couple years ago, and I kept soft DNFing it, and then when I finally got the audiobook and I immersive read, I ate it up. So that one is going into Spectacular. Apprentice to the Villain, same category. I love that series. I think the humor is just fun. Leather and Lark is the sequel to Butcher and Blackbird, and I did not like that one as much. I think that one's just a mid. There's something about the characters that I didn't, which I think I'm actually flipped for most people. Most people, if they didn't really like Butcher and Blackbird, they really liked Leather and Lark, and vice versa. Stephen King's The Dreamcatcher, I checked that one out from the library. This might be a little controversial because I think even Stephen King hates this book. But I remember as a kid, I watched the movie with my dad. I've always unironically loved that movie, and so reading it was a little bit of a, I was so lost, but I ate it up because I love the movie. I generally like Stephen King. Allie Hazelwood's Not in Love, I really liked that. Funny Story, ate it up. The Hawthorne Legacy was another one. It was a sequel to the Inheritance game. I thought it was really good. The Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic, I hated that one. I'm sorry. The Villa was really good. The Blonde Who Came in from the Cold, I love Allie Carter. She can do no wrong. However, I think I like The Blonde Identity, which is the first book in the series, a little more. So that one's going into that Spectacular category. The Final Gambit is the third book of the Inheritance Games saga. I really liked it. Catabasis, I ended up really liking the characters. It took me a little bit to get through. It is very academic, but I feel like you don't need a background in it to get through it. It just may take a little bit longer, but I loved it. This is a very secret society for irregular witches. Was adorable. I loved it. For the record, I normally don't like single dads in this, but I thought it was well done, so that's gonna go in the spectacular give me 15 more category. The soulmate equation, this is a Christina Lauren that I kind of think was a little mid. Home is where the bodies are. I predicted every twist to that. A Court of Mist and Fury, I didn't like this one as much. I fear it's probably going into mid with ACOTAR, because there was just too much Tamlin. Tourist Season I thought was really, really funny. That was the new Bryn Weaver one. I think I liked it a lot better than Butcher and Blackbird. But that's still, it's gonna go in the, it's not top tier for me. Annihilation, I was very confused. I listened to the whole thing on audiobook and I was very confused. So that's gonna go in mid. Project Hail Mary, top tier. I loved the characters, loved everything about the plot, the setting, the way the reveals were timed out. I do know it's gonna be a movie with Ryan Gosling coming out, and I will eat it up, I fear. I will never stop thinking about this book. It was everything to me. Problematic Summer Romance, it's a sequel to Not in Love, and I thought it was good. Daisy Jones and the Six, I listened to as an audiobook, and I loved it because there was a full cast for the audiobook. Dating After the End of the World, that, sorry, gave me the ick. I'm almost scared to talk about this one. Brimstone by Callie Hart. It's a sequel to Quicksilver, and as a little disclaimer, I didn't love Quicksilver, but I thought it was fine. That one was just kind of a middle of the road to me. I didn't really understand all the hype that one was getting. I fear I hated Brimstone. The only saving grace was Carrion Swift, and there wasn't enough of him in it, even though there was a little bit more. And Saris and Kingfisher, their relationship gave me the worst ick, and it was not a good one to listen to on audiobook. I think there was just so many, she repeats so many words. Like, if I hear my mate one more time, I'm gonna blow it. Or, what was another phrase? She kept talking about her solar plexus over and over and over, and I just, controversial, but give me back my girlhood. I did not need to read that one, and I don't know if I'll continue on in the series. Thursday Murder Club, that one I think is just mid. Oops, wrong category. Go up to mid, go. Thank you. Okay, Don't Let the Forest In, I ate that up. I loved it. The audiobook is really good. A Court of Wings and Ruin, that one I think was better than the other two for me because there was less Tamlin in it, and I really don't like Tamlin, but it's still gonna go in the mid category. Play Nice, I liked this one. I listened to it on audiobook. The Brothers Hawthorne, it's the next one in that continues on after the original Inheritance Games trilogy, and I didn't like this one as much. I think I just missed the magic that made the original trilogy what it was, and Avery's point of view I thought was great, and this one is, I think it's told in alternating Grayson and Jameson's point of views, the two brothers, or two of the four brothers, and there wasn't enough of the brotherly relationship in it to make it worth it for me, and it just seemed like everything that I liked about the original trilogy was stripped away from this continuance, so that one's gonna go in mid. Deep End is another controversial take. Every booktuber that I watch seems to not like it, but I fear I ate it up. I stayed up until 5 or 6 a.m. listening to the audiobook in one go, and I could not put it down. I couldn't sleep until I finished it. I ate this up, and I probably do still think about the characters to this day, so that's probably going to go in my top tier. However, I know that most people do not agree with that opinion. The Spider Heist, that one is mid. on this little holiday collection. It's 3, I don't remember how many are in there, but there's 3 of these that I finished last year, and I don't think I'm the audience for short story novella length collections, and I probably should stop reading them because they were all just mid for me, I fear. Ask for Andrea. I really liked it. It's a thriller, and I remember writing in my reading journal that I loved it when the 3 ghosts got together. It was a little hard to follow because I was listening to it on audiobook. It was a little hard to follow the different timelines until they got together and they were all in the same timeline, and I ate it up from that point forward. So that one's going to go in the spectacular, give me 15 more of them category. And Allie Carter, she's another auto read author. I love everything she writes, whether it's like I grew up reading her YA series. I've read her middle grade, I've read her adult, and she can do no wrong for me. And we're gonna end that. It was a wonderful way to end my 2025 reading year, and it's gonna go in the no notes. Spectacular, give me 15 more of them. And that's the end of my 2025 reads. I know there were a couple of hot takes in there, but I learned more about what authors aren't my cup of tea and which ones I really do love, whatever they put out. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.